from the Battle of the Dawn?
Can do.
Oh, well, 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 look who it is.
Survivors.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me her name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist? Well, I don't like to boast.
Respectable, man. Respectable. I didn't think that Nil would show up considering you have the option to kill him and all. Anyone else around here? Why, hello there! How are you gonna help?
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Thrall were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs, anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him, for both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment, every dawn and dusk. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Oh, antidotes, thank you.
That's a nice spear.
Yo, it's, what did Teb? Teb? Yeah, Teb, what's up, man?
Enough, woman.
Hey, can you two get a room over there?
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Maybe, dude, maybe. Well, I assume that's everyone around here. It's possible I missed a person or two, but I don't want to have to, like, troll around here for super long. I feel like we talked to most of the best side characters anyway. Like, we got to see Petra, Uthid, Vanasha, Teb is here. Let's get on over to the Spire. I assume that's where Varl and his mother are at. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Yeah, that sure does look like Minerva made that.
Going down fast.
Ooh, new file repaired, huh? What have we got on this one? Halloween! This is Halloween. Da, 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 da. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. That's actually pretty funny. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for Zero Dawn staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. and advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Calamar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus and minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I won't let that happen. Enough riding, I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Let's go on over to the Spire. We'll have ourselves a quick chat with whatever characters are waiting for us there. And then we'll go get our rest before the final bout. This is the wrong way. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like it's gonna start going up. Excuse me, pardon me, don't mind me, just coming through. Gotta go up to the Spire. Yeah, here we go. Look at all these nice steps they put here for me that are being overgrown. Hi.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
I sneezed during that, I'm sorry. I don't recognize that person. Anyone else on the path up we can chat to? Everyone else waiting for me at the top. I guess we'll see. We'll just have to find out. Yo, we're almost level 51. Let's go. Oh, well, 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 if it isn't the Sunhawk.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Whoop. Up to the very top we go. Should be running out of side characters to talk to now. Well, we got quite a few to talk to here. Who we got over here?
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But
Some
there
Sona?
are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Alright, good talk, Sona. Good talk, good talk. Where's Varl at? Hey, look, it's Varl!
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. from something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Alright, good chat, good chat. Alright, so that's the Nora then. Who's over here? I think this is the last person to chat with.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves...
Oh, it's my boy Aaron.
Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys.
Yo, Aaron, my dude, what's happening? It's been a hot minute, brother.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's... big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
I love that echo. Alright, well, that looks like it does it, probably. I might have missed a person or two, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Look at that fancy spire right there. Hey, another damaged file repaired. Perfect timing. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the Eastern Line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita Salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on a coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there would have never been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The Salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Is that, no, it's not all of them. Oh, there's still a couple words under repair, more than I thought. Oh, voice recording on that one, huh? Gaia Log, February 3rd, 2065. We still got a couple being fixed up. Okay. That dude's armor is getting itchy. That's a big problem. Well, only one thing left to do. Get in a good night's sleep. Get Get a nice drink of chocolate milk. Get ready to go. Let's finish the main game, lads, and then we get to move on to the Frozen DLC. Is that the same one, or is that a different one? It's the same one. This is what happens when you fast travel, like, right after... Oh, I gotta set my throat. Right after one's fixed. My apologies. The under repair ones are shown as separate entries to the repaired ones. You've seen them all other than the guy one now. Oh, really? I must have been reading it wrong. That's weird that they would still show the under repair ones. Those should, like, go away when the other ones are fixed. That makes more sense. Man, we're sleeping in Olin's apartment. You guys remember this? This is way back, like, near the beginning of the game.
Feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Gotta be well rested for that final fight. This bed is very low to the ground.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
The Face of Extinction. What a great final main mission name. Here we go, boys.